The Wayans brothers, the comedic family, have been stars in movie and TV for decades, ever since they made the world laugh with their hit 1990s show In Living Color. The brothers, Keenan, Damon, Marlon, and Shawn, are doing their first stand-up tour as a family this summer. I had a chance to talk to them about their tour, their careers, and the future.
From doing stand-up, I've gotten better. I've been doing stand-up now 3.5 years. I've gotten better as a performer. I've gotten better as a writer. I've gotten better as a communicator. I've gotten better in so many facets of my business and in my world.
Why?
Because stand-up is the quintessential art form. You are the writer, producer, star every night, and it focuses on the writing, and then straight from that writing, you have to perform instantly, and there is no failure because that crowd is right there. They're going to tell you whether you're funny
you're in
or
there
you're
with
not.
the lions when you're doing stand-up. There's no... I don't care how big you are or you've ever become as an entertainer. If you ain't doing stand-up and you go on stage for the first time in a long time, the audience is going to be very honest with you. So you'll know if you're funny or not.
Is it a skill that you develop emotionally to be able to know what's going to be funny or to have a sense of...
No, it's not emotionally. It's kind of like it is swinging. It's like you know your swing. You know where to hit.
Right. You know
like I could create a whole new 5-minute set. I could think about it on the way to the show, and I go, oh, I could create literally a whole new 3 to 5 minute set because I know my rhythm. I know my voice.
He watches my set, and then he goes,
what the hell? Who is this guy? Who are you?
But
is Shawn there? Hello.
Okay.
And by the way, for my show, I'm doing this show on Friday nights on TBS called Funniest Wins.
Look at that little plug just out of nowhere. He didn't even ask you that.
I think we're related.
Go ahead, man.
Anyway, Friday nights, TBS, Funniest Wins. And basically, I put comedians, stand-up comedians against YouTubers, against Viners to see who is the funniest. And what you see over the course of the season is that the stand-ups are really the strongest in terms of being the writer, performers, and not being nervous in front of that audience. Not to say that the Viners and the YouTubers aren't great, because there are some really great ones, but stand-up just does something for you where you get a killer instinct.
Only for 6 seconds. And then after that.
But that's the new reality, right? I mean, you're finding a lot of talent online.
Yeah.
You're finding, how does that really affect you, though? Because
that talent that you find, they're not necessarily ready for movies.
It's going to be 6-second HBO special.
Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Just all setups. Man, I just got off the plane.
Hello, good night.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you.
What's great about you is you do a lot of writing.
Yeah.
And you actually get a lot of things greenlit. You know the process of how to get Hollywood to respond. What's the key?
The key has to be really good.
And you have to have an audience.
It has to be really, really good.
And you have to have an audience. You have to know what your audience likes, and you have to service them.
That's true, but it has to be really good, especially now. I think things is, that whole turn up, things are turned up.
It's crazy that you have all these impromptu skills because you also do a lot of writing. Yeah. And your writing sells. So what is it? Are you able to sell into the digital environment now, or is that?
Yeah, I actually have a digital comedy network.
Do you get as much money for that?
No,
this brother got right into how much they pay.
Yeah, can you lend me? Can you lend me?
I'm trying to
Can you lend me money based on what you make digitally?
I need $17.
No, I don't want your movie money, but digitally, you think you can help me get a new cricket bat?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I need a new
help me out. I need to shave my mustache
so
again.
Hook me up, But no, I have a digital comedy network, whatthefunny.com, and you aggregate some sales based on you make money on the revenue of ad sales, but it takes a long time. You got to continue to work the audience and continue to build your audience until you get to the hundreds of millions of views. We got a couple of million right now monthly, but it's still growing. So that's whatthefunny.com.
And it's different to figure out how to connect with people on the internet as opposed to television. Right?
Yeah, it is, but see, TV is so homogenized right now that people go to the internet because they're getting that edgy kind of material. So that's why everybody's kind of going to cable, because sometimes network television is too safe, and people are used to this crazy internet. So they want to laugh and laugh hard, and some of those laughs are in that R-rated space.
Do you worry about this environment? No, it's such a hypersensitive environment now with social media that you can go across You guys have a history of politically incorrect, really funny stuff.
I tell people all the time.
Your sister used to really rip Oprah Winfrey apart on her weight.
It's rare that I'm.
Wow.
It wasn't an Oprah apart.
It was funny, but it was like,
But see,
Wow.
that's how
we used to rip everybody.
Yeah.
I know, you're equal opportunity
offenders. Yes.
aparters.
Yeah.
So I think people know us for doing that. So I don't think they're offended by it. They kind of expect it. You do something dumb, or you.
But does it make you nervous when you
No.
hear about some other comedian that now he or she has lost their career because they said something on
No.
Twitter?
No, because you should be a little bit unapologetic.
Yeah, you
And
just
people
gotta do
know
what
you for you, and if they don't like you,
Here's the
gotta
thing:
F you.
everybody's not gonna like you, so do it for the people that do. That's it.
What about when you're writing together? Because you obviously do a lot of work.
I curse all the time.
But what is your process?
I sleep, he writes.
And then you wake
And then he
up
wakes up with something funny.
with something funny. I've read that before.
That's how we do it. But I don't sleep as much as I used to. Now I actually have to wake up and drive things. So I mean I can't sleep like I used to. I have a lot more energy nowadays. I think I had a little bit of candida back in the day, so I was just full of sugar. So I just crash out like a Cheerios kid. But now I'm much more healthy. I work out in the morning. I have lots of energy, and I'm ready to rock.
Do you schedule your writing sessions?
You want to know everything? You trying to take that money?
Brother's trying to get us.
Hey, I'm
trying to
trying to
take our
get
money.
in.
No, you know what? We drink and play
I'm
and
trying
party
to do
all
a show,
night.
y'all.
all night.
We
I'm
party
trying
all
to do a
night.
show.
I don't
Party
trust
all
this.
night.
I don't trust these brother now.
We smoke
He trying to find our process.
tons of weed. Occasional hit a crack, and then we create.
Yeah,
right,
then you
y'all?
go create, man.
Yeah, man.
And the best thing to do is to just don't sleep at all.
Don't
'cause
sleep.
Then you at your best.
Never sleep.
Being creative.
And make sure you don't work out, because that's
you
wasting
hold-
energy.
Yeah, man.
Hold
Because
it back
it's
on
a
the trade
distraction.
secret.
And eat sugar.
Eat plenty of
Lots
sugar,
of sugar,
and cheese,
cake,
and things.
dairy,
Right.
and
Okay.
eggs.
You eat a lot of like fish with mercury, man.
Bro,
that keeps your mind clear.
swordfish. Lots and lots of swordfish.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
yellow-eyed
that's
tuna.
the trick. That's the trick for us. Fish
Performance
with
enhancement
Gluten.
Fish.
drugs.
Lots of gluten.
Fish
Okay.
with mercury.
Breads.
Yeah.
Things that your body has a hard time digesting, because now your mind's
It
working.
makes it sharp. Boom, boom, boom,
That's
boom.
the thing, though. People want your secrets.
You want our secret,
And
brother.
the reality is that you can't duplicate what you've been able to do because it's been over decades.
Well, here's the thing. There's no duplication, because we are who we are, because we was raised a certain way in a certain neighborhood, and it's just our point of view on life.
You talked about the unique experience that you grew up in. And, you know, I grew up listening to hip hop and everything. The N-word is in the lexicon now.
Yep.
What is your view on it?
First of
And
all,
the use of it in an entertainment.
Time out. What the hell is a lexicon?
I think it's a car.
that like a
Yukon and a
leprechaun?
Lexus mixed together.
Okay.
He's talking hip hop. They do crazy stuff with their money.
Okay.
I want
Now,
a lexicon with rims
It's
on
in the
it.
public.
Okay.
You know, every piece of entertainment content that you see, a lot of it coming from the urban environment,
Yep.
is going to use
I believe.
the word. How do you
Here's my take on the
judge
N-word.
it?
I think that, I think it's, being that it was such a word that was so derogatory toward black people, whatever black people feel like doing with that word, that's on us, amongst us, because I think it's about the connotation of the word, not the denotation. So we've taken a word that was so hurtful, this generation, same thing, we've taken something so hurtful, and we made it a term of endearment. And I don't.
I feel like white people took it back and made it what it was.
They remixed the remix.
They remixed it. And
So,
now it went back to what it was. We got to take it again and change it up a little bit.
So, the reality is,
Oh, man.
I think generationally,
Is this
it's
all
about
cool
the
for the
generation.
Wall Street Journal?
Yeah, they're gonna be fine with this. I think it's on us as a culture, as people, to do with the word as we choose. And I don't think you're ever gonna have a united front on that word. So it's all about whether you want to use it or not. So, I don't trip if I use it all the damn time.
I wanted to ask you about Dave Chappelle because when he did the interview with Oprah, he talked about.
He did an interview with Oprah?
Yeah.
He said
Dang.
over time, as black comedians at some point during their career, every single one of them are asked to put on a dress. Do you remember that interview? Did you
I
see
do remember
interview?
that.
Here's the thing.
And he refused to do it.
Dave was high, man. Don't listen to Dave.
Here's the thing. I think when it comes to dresses and things of that nature, look, I'm a big fan of just comedy. I don't look and go, man, if you in a dress, you ain't funny. I go, there's no vanity in comedy. You go get it. A lot of people have done a lot of great funny things in a dress. Flip Wilson in a dress. absolutely brilliant. Jamie Foxx in a dress, absolutely brilliant. Me and Shawn, when we did White Chicks, one of the funniest movies that was out in years. You know, it's
There's
not
no
about
vanity
the dress.
in comedy.
None. You do what you got to do. There's a funny
Yeah.
in everything.
With
Just
the
first
Wayans
page.
brothers, I'm Lee Hawkins. Once again, great to have you guys. Check me out at Lee Hawkins. We'll see you next time.